Tynan, and I'm a 4th grader. I interviewed my grandpa. He was in the Army and served for 3 years. He received the Good Conduct and Expert Marksmanship medals. After my interview, I learned to thank veterans for their service and to appreciate what they've done for us. Also, my grandpa's life lesson that he learned was to do your duty for your country and to be responsible for your actions.
My name is Delaney Cowan. I am a 4th grader. I interviewed my grandpa. He was in the Navy, and he served for 20 years. He served our country in the Desert Shield War and received Service Person of the Year. After I interviewed, I learned the best way to honor a veteran is to thank veterans when you meet them. The life lesson my grandpa learned was be patient, be kind, care about other people, and never take anything for granted.
My name is Devin Uzel and I'm a 5th grader. I interviewed my father. He was in the Army and served for 3 years. He served our country in the War on Terror and received the Army Achievement Medal, the Army Service Ribbon, and the Army Accommodation Medal. The best way to honor a veteran is to remember them.
My name is Jordan Mayhall and I'm a 4th grader.
And I am Kaylee Mayhall and I'm a 5th grader. We interviewed our father. He has served and continues to serve in the Illinois Air National Guard. He has received both Air Force and Army Commendation Medals.
After our interview, we learned that by serving his country, our dad has a greater appreciation for all people and cultures. He would encourage others to become part of our military and says the best way to honor a veteran is to say thank you.
My name is Emily Olichschlager. I'm a 5th grader. I interviewed my grandpa. He was in the Navy and served for 4 years. He served our country in the Vietnam War and received Wings Flying National Service and the Vietnam Medals. After my interview, I learned that my grandpa was like a spy in the war, and he said the best way to honor a veteran is by supporting legislators who support veterans. Being a veteran has impacted his life by having more discipline, focus, and appreciation for freedom. A life lesson he learned was to cherish friendships and family even more.
My name is Jude Beals and I am a 5th grader. And my name is Gannon Beals and I'm a 7th grader. We interviewed our grandpa Dave Creviston. He was in the Army and served for 2 years. He served our country in the Vietnam War and received 3 Purple Hearts, 1 Bronze Star, 3 Army Commendation Medals, and 3 Vietnamese Cross of Gallantry Medals. After our interview, I have a better appreciation of what our servicemen and women sacrifice for our freedom. Our grandpa said the best way to honor a veteran is by a handshake and a thank you.
And said a prayer for them. So take these words and sing out loud, 'cause everyone.
My name is Audrey Summers, and I am a 5th grader. I interviewed my papa. He was in the Army. He served for 2 years. He served our country in the Vietnam War and received a combat medal and an air medal. After my interview, I learned that drafted means that you have to join the military. Training is very hard, and it is hard and strange when you come home because everything is different. I learned that Veterans are stationed at many different places, and the best way you can honor a veteran is to show respect and say thanks.
My name is Cass Fox and I am a 4th grader. I interviewed my cousin. He is in the Army and is currently serving in Iraq. He has served our country for the last 5 years, including a 7-month deployment to Afghanistan. He has received a Bronze Star, Army Commendation, Army Achievement, and Army Afghan Campaign Medal. My cousin says soldiers and other conflicts haven't always had the support that today's troops enjoy, but Veterans Day is a time to make up for that by giving thanks to those who served in the past conflicts as well as present.
I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife.
My name is Riley Price and I'm a 6th grader. I interviewed my grandpa. He was in the Air Force as a mechanic and served for 4 years. He served our country for the Korean War. After my interview, I learned my grandpa learned hard work and respect of authority during his time in the military.
I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today.
My name is Cameron Durbin, and I am a 6th grader. I interviewed my grandfather. He was in the Air Force. He served for 3 years. He served our country in the Korean War and received 4 medals. After I interviewed my grandfather, I learned that people in the wars are brave and courageous, and the veterans should be honored on this special holiday.
To the hills of Tennessee.
My name is Trinity Turner and I am in 7th grade. I interviewed my dad's friend. He was in the Air Force and served for 10 years. He served our country in the Afghanistan War and received countless medals, including NATO ISAF medal. After my interview, I learned to never ever take what you have for granted. People went without food, water, shelter, and very little sleep, yet still put on their uniforms for us. I also learned that sometimes what you think isn't always right, because you can't live life judging forever. Next time you see a veteran, walk up and say thank you for everything you did.
And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still.
My name is Olivia Durbin. I am an 8th grader. I interviewed my dad. He was in the Marines, and he served for 6 years. He served in the Desert Storm and Desert Shield War. He received unit medals. After my interview, I learned that the best way to honor a veteran is to show respect for what they did. Veterans have put in so much work, time, effort, sweat, and blood to keep us free. A major life lesson that I've learned in the interview is that we have it so much better in America than other countries.
Next to you and defend her still today.